carbon build is done, and it turned out great. Now, it rides really well. I actually raced it a few days ago. It stayed together. The only problem I had was the bottom bracket was going out, and the bottom bracket was about 20 bucks from AliExpress. So I expected it to last through the race, but it didn't. It lasted about 3 miles and it started crunching and all kinds of stuff. But I finished the race. The race was just over 9 miles, and it made it through without a problem except for the bottom bracket. I weighed it. Right now its current weight is 25 pounds, which I was surprised. I thought it was going to weigh a little bit more because of the fork, the tires. The tires are cheap and they're heavy. It's got tubes in it, and I have some slime in the tubes, so that's a little extra weight there. And the fork weighs about 4 pounds, I think, by itself. So if I wanted to, I can knock off some more weight. Now I probably will do that later on. I might get a carbon rigid fork. I'm definitely going to get some different tires and make it tubeless. You know, first thing I address is the bottom bracket, get that fixed. But I think this is going to be my current race bike for XC. It did pretty well. Got to do little tweaks here and there, and it'll be good to go for the rest of the season. See if we can get a little bit closer look at it. All right. Anyway, I know lighting sucks in the evening, but try to get some good views of it if I can. Look for the shadows. These brakes are Zoom, and they're similar to like a Shimano brake. Those were $50 for both of them, and the calipers. I got some bad light there, but yeah, the calipers and the levers and everything, they were 50 bucks. The handlebars, the stem, and the seat posts, those were 30 bucks, I believe. That fork was 120. It's an air fork. It's a 120 travel fork, or I can change it to a 100 millimeter, which is probably better suited for XC. The frame itself, I got it for $280. The chain ring was $9. Not bad. It's an oval 32 tooth chain ring, oval. The crank set was, I believe it was $112. Just over 100 bucks for the crank set. It's all carbon. The chain similar to a KMC. It's got that rainbow effect to it, like titanium. I think the chain was around 30 bucks, I believe. And come back here to the cassette. This cassette, ZTO, ZTTO, $11.50. This is where I splurged a little bit. This cassette was $120 for it, and I think it was worth it. ZTO makes pretty good stuff. This is $11.50, 11 speed, so it's pretty awesome. The wheels I got for $320, carbon wheels. Of course, they're the skewer type hubs on it. The seat was, I think, 30 bucks. Let's see what else. The grips were like 10 bucks. Man, those were supposed to be purple, but they came pink, so ain't no big deal. And of course, I don't know if you can see that, a custom carbon decal there, and my Carbon Trail Freak decal I put on there. I cut that out. Get turned around. Let's see. There's the purple brake caliper, and these rotors, they are pretty sharp. It's like a titanium coated rotor. It's pretty. I believe those were 50 bucks. I splurged a little bit on those too. So crank. And I went with Shimano pedals. I didn't get those off AliExpress. Got those off a internet bike shop. I can't remember the name. I think I got them off Amazon. But this fork, it's a Undine. It's labeled Zito also. So a ZTTO Undine UD32. It's comparable to a RockShox, I believe. It's a little bit heavier though. It's not very light. It's like 4 pounds, I think. Well, it may not be that much, but it's a pretty good bit. Of course, that pretty, look at that. Pretty little rotor. Turned out really good. I like it. Let me get rid of the sun. Sun's killing me. It's hot out here. But yeah, 25 pounds. I was expecting to be a little bit more than that, but I live with that. My Trek Fuel EX 8, it weighs 32 pounds. My Trek Marlin 6, or is it 5? Dang, I can't remember. It's Marlin 6 or 5. Anyway, it weighs 31 pounds. It was slightly lighter. I had a different fork on it that was lighter than the fork I got on it now. And this beast over here, this is my first bike I started racing last year. It's Gary Fisher. And it weighs 34 pounds. That thing is heavy. So I went from 34 to, what did I say, 31 to 32. Yeah, the sun's killing me. To a 32 pounds and a 25 pounds. That's my carbon build. You can see me. That's my carbon build. One day I'm gonna figure this camera stuff out, but all right, that's my carbon build. Hope y'all enjoyed watching. I know I didn't get into too many details about actually putting it together, but hope I give you a good idea about what goes into it. Oh yeah, the cost. I forgot to tell you that. Just without the derailleur, the pedals, and a couple other things, it's just over $1,000. Like I say, I probably could have got it under $1,000 if I did not splurge on the cassette and the rotors. Yeah, I spent a little too much on that stuff, but hey, stuff looks pretty cool and it works good. Say if you wanted just the wheels, the frame, seat posts, handlebars, and all that, that would have been around 800 bucks just for that. And of course, all the additional stuff that I splurged on, put it above just over $1,000 bucks. I think it was like $1,030. If you had a bike already, an old frame, you wanted to upgrade, get a carbon frame, you swap your parts over, you could do it pretty cheap and have your carbon bike. Light, 25 pounds. I could get it lighter with a rigid fork, carbon fork, and some lighter tires. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and just ride, man.